What is up, guys? So I'm here to talk about Umidigi phone. So please subscribe to my channel for more updates. That would be greatly appreciated. So today we're going to talk about Umidigi phones. So we have the Umidigi X, which they came out a little bit, mid this year with the on-screen fingerprint touch and the triple camera back setup. Now it's going to be priced at 169 from the original price of 249 to 199 pre-sale price, and now on November 11th it'll be $169.99. This isn't their most popular flagship quote unquote phone. They only sold around 4,000 orders. It will be interesting to see, for the F2, are selling at 13,685 orders already. And they dropped the price a little more from the original pre-sale from 179 to 177 dollars. So it's kind of, a trend to see that Unity always able to lower their price a little more even after the pre-sale. So at this point, $177 is a really good price for the F2 given the specs that it holds. It's got the different colors as well. The hole punch design is new and fresh, but it will take a long time for you to get this order. The estimated order is not really true. So for the Umidigi Power 3, it's going to be priced at 149.99, and that is even lower than what I anticipated before. Currently, there are only 189 in order because it hasn't really kicked off the pre-sale uh, promotion yet, and they got this. I think this device will also be fairly popular, given the F2 has already been out, but I think there will be still a lot of demand for this phone because just for the looks, it looks refreshing and new. And we're gonna talk about the three different specification of these three phones. You see the different. They're fairly priced the same besides the Power 3, but I think the primary winner here is the Umidigi F2. Just going through all the lines here, the battery itself is not detachable. There are three cameras on the X and then four on the F2 and the Power 3. The X Umidigi X has 12 gig of RAM. I mean 128 gigabyte of storage, and the F2 as well. But the Power 3 only has 64 gigabyte. So that's something that you should pay attention to. But all these phones have SD card slots where you can add additional SD card storage. They all have front-facing cameras. All uses 3.0. They all have fingerprint. The X is on-screen fingerprint, the F2 is side, and then the Power 3 is just on the back. They all hold 48 megapixel cameras, which is good to see. You get three cameras on the X, four cameras on F2 and Power 3. So, you can kind of go through it. One of the biggest thing that stood out to me was the screen on the X. It only holds 720p versus the other two has 1080. And the screen size is a little bit bigger on the F2 and Power 3 over the X. The X is only 6.3, which is still a fairly large screen. But 6.53 is almost getting to the phablet part, and then you can see all the languages down here. Battery is a huge plus for the Power 3, as you can see 6,000. Umidigi X kind of lose out on this one, and F2 is just in the middle. Um, so another thing, back to the screen, the X uses an AMOLED, and then F2 uses TFT, and then Power 3 uses LCD. So AMOLED is obviously the best of the two type of screen material, but TFT is better than the LCD. So, but just a reminder, it is running 720 on that AMOLED. So you will see some decrease in the clarity and the sharpness of it. But all these three phones are released in 2019 with a MediaTek processor. They all, well, the X runs on Android 9 and the other two runs on Android 10, which is, a huge distinction factor too. Obviously, Android 10 is the, newer one, and they all have 18-watt chargers here. Um, so with three phones here. F2 definitely has the faster processor. So if you're seeking for, a more future-proof phone, and not worrying about your device slowing down that too much, then I would obviously definitely go with the F2 for the it's got better performance and speed, if that's what you're looking for. So, in regards to the Power 3, obviously they call that, the Power 3 is the battery beast, right? So it's longer on battery life. Performance-wise, what you probably expect on a previous version of the F1, because they basically use the same specification with the Helio P60 processor and the 4 gig of RAM. The only pro here for the Umidigi X is the on-screen fingerprint sensor. So if you're really into that kind of stuff, then go ahead and buy this. But I know that for the on-screen fingerprint touch, you really can't put a tempered glass on it unless you pay like a $50 like Gorilla. I think they call it I don't remember the name, but it's like $50 and then you kind of X-ray it onto the screen. So I don't think that's really worth it, since most of the people now goes with the face unlock feature anyways, which is more quicker and convenient. And back to the F2, just want to point out it's 6 gigabyte RAM. That's a lot of RAM storage for you to quickly navigate between apps. And for 2020 plus, you'll see a lot of phone with 6 gigabyte and onward for RAM. And you know, back to the Umidigi 3, it's got a better look. With the camera bump, if that's something you're interested in, because a lot of the newer phones like Google Pixel, iPhone, all has that camera, huge camera bump. So, what if I choose? I would definitely choose F2 and Power 3 over the Umidigi X based on the price and what its specs hold. And I think Umidigi X is just an older phone overall. And please subscribe to my channel. That would be greatly appreciated for more updates. Thank you.